graduands, distinguished guests, friends, and family. As Chancellor of the University of Southampton, I warmly welcome graduands and their guests to the university today, and I have pleasure in declaring open this ceremony for the conferment of awards. It's a real privilege for me to be able to stand here today as we open this ceremony to formally celebrate the achievements of students in ocean and earth sciences from the Faculty of Environmental and Life Sciences. This is a milestone not just for you, but for all of us gathered here. It's a moment of celebration, of reflection, and above all, of promise of what's ahead. Graduation days remind me why education matters so much. Because this isn't just about academic success. It's about the wider potential that education unlocks in each of us, no matter where we start from or where we want to go to. And take it from me, I've literally been sat in your place in this hall to get my degree. Take it from me, this is one of those days in life you'll always remember. It's a day that has a photo from it that you'll always have somewhere with you. A photo that your loved ones will definitely always have. And it's not going to be the only one. There will be more to come in your lives. But today's photo, is an important one. This is a day to recognize and celebrate your accomplishments. And as you and your peers take to the stage shortly, take a moment to reflect. What have you gained during your time at Southampton? If it's anything like my time here, it's been about so much more than getting a degree. It's been about the clubs and the societies that you threw yourself into, the friendships that you've made that became your anchor and will hopefully carry forward into the next stage of your life. You found that you can overcome challenges and meet those deadlines. Speaking of which, you'll have memories, no doubt, of some long hours in the Hartley Library, the debates that you had in seminars, but also of the times perhaps an idea clicked for the very first time. And of course, those very best moments in Jesters and Clowns. We've all been there. Perhaps something more personal is what you've gained from your time here as well. Perhaps your time at Southampton has given you something that's just as valuable, in that it's been a time of discovering what you really care about, what drives you, and what you can contribute to this world as you steadily take your place in it. There's no doubt that for people studying the courses that you've studied, they are very vocationally driven. And it's exciting to think of the next stage of your lives that lie ahead. Perhaps it's also a bit daunting too. But that's the power of a university experience at Southampton. It doesn't just prepare you for that future and that career, it prepares you for so much more that will lie beyond. It equips you to play your part in shaping the future. All of you graduating today are part of this mosaic of people that will make this country what it is, perhaps even a wider world. So today, think purposely. Who are you? Who are you going to be? What will your future footprint be? What's your part of that million-piece jigsaw, the mosaic, going to be? That's exciting. And it's up to you. Use your life for good. And whatever your path, remember this, you carry with you not just the degree that you've earned, but the resilience, curiosity, and determination that you've built along the way in getting this far. Embrace the opportunities that await you beyond today. In my experience, sometimes the best ones won't always be the easiest ones for you to spot. Never discount the value of the chance to learn from a new experience or to learn from meeting a brand new group of people. I have to say that in an unplanned but perhaps instinctive way, I've led a life that's almost been entirely out of my comfort zone. I've learnt that this thing that we call imposter syndrome is really nothing more than that, being out of your comfort zone. Or maybe you might feel imposter syndrome because you're the only person like you in the room. Well, the times that that happens to you in the future, I want you to remember this moment, because I'm telling you to embrace imposter syndrome. It means you're learning. It means you're breaking new barriers for yourselves. And it means you're possibly breaking new barriers for others too. Thrive on those moments, because they represent the most vivid moments of your life. Finally, today's not totally about you graduands, because none of you have got here alone. Behind every cap and gown today are families, friends, mentors, tutors, people who believed in you, who encouraged you, who helped you keep going when things were tough. So now let's pause for a second and thank them. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. Right, so today be proud. Celebrate what you've achieved. Hold on to the friendships and the values you found here. And when you leave this hall, leave determined to make your mark, not just for yourself, but for others too. Congratulations, class of 2025. We're proud of you. Now it's time to enjoy the ceremony.
Good afternoon. My name is Professor Chris Horton, and I'm Head of School for Ocean and Earth Science. I have the immense honour of introducing the winner of our 2025 Outstanding Alumni Rising Star Award. Francesca Trotman is a pioneering marine conservationist whose commitment to ocean protection and environmental sustainability continues to shape international strategy on conservation and equity. She founded her non-profit Love the Oceans, aged just 21, alongside completing her MSci in marine biology at Southampton. Since then, she's driven forward a bold and holistic approach to marine conservation that now inspires communities and leaders around the world. Francesca launched Love the Oceans in Mozambique with a mission to balance marine protection with community development. Under her leadership, the charity has achieved global recognition, becoming a Mission Blue Hope Spot, winning the 2021 Ocean Award and receiving the 2024 Gender Just Climate Solutions Award at COP29. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex recognised her as one of 15 grassroots forces for global change, highlighting her innovation, impact and influence. Francesca focuses on equity and empowerment in her work. Through the See Her initiative, she champions women's participation in marine science and conservation, directly challenging patriarchal systems in coastal communities. Alongside this, she works as an underwater photographer, a public speaker, and she is completing a PhD. Francesca uses every one of these platforms to advocate for climate action and amplify voices from underrepresented communities. She also supports the university with passion and generosity, sharing her experience with students through career panels and recruitment events. She's even welcomed Southampton students to her project site in Mozambique, providing hands-on experience to inspire the next generation of environmental change makers. Francesca's leadership in ocean science and gender equity reflects the value of a degree in marine biology and our own values of the university: excellence, impact, and inclusion. Her early career achievements speak to her determination, vision, and deep commitment to a better planet. Francesca's work exemplifies the spirit of the Alumni Rising Star Award, which recognises exceptional contributions to a field or to society within 10 years of graduation. Francesca is delivering real change in one of the world's most urgent arenas, and she richly deserves this award. Chancellor, I present to you the winner of the 2025 Outstanding Alumni Rising Star Award, Francesca Trotman.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for that very generous citation, Chris. It always feels a bit surreal hearing your life summed up in 3 minutes. It's like watching your own highlight reel whilst holding a cup of very hot tea. Flattering, slightly terrifying, and you're never quite sure what's coming next. I'm genuinely honoured to receive the Rising Star Alumni Award. Being recognised by the very place that shaped my career is both humbling and, frankly, a little suspicious. I'm still waiting for the follow-up message that says, and now we'd like those overdue library books back. Exactly a decade ago, I was sitting where you are now, in an overpressed gown, clutching my graduation cap like it contained the secrets of the universe. Spoiler, it didn't. And wondering whether the real world would take me seriously at 21. 2 days after my own graduation, I got onto a plane to Mozambique with one rucksack, a half-baked plan, and an alarming number of cable ties. That was the start of Love the Oceans, the grassroots marine conservation charity I now run. Since then, we've removed ghost nets the size of London buses, qualified the first female scuba divers in our district, contributed to global databases on a number of our projects pushing conservation frontiers, and hosted University of Southampton students as part of their field work, which feels like the universe's neat way of saying, return your tray tables to upright position, you've come a full circle. Southampton taught me 3 priceless things. 1, how to ask good questions, in research, in conservation, and occasionally to that boat captain who claimed the outboard engine always sounds like that just before it doesn't. That teamwork beats genius in isolation every time. The ocean doesn't care how clever you are. When the baited remote underwater video drops into the blue, you want someone who remembers spare batteries and snacks that survive salt spray. Because, as we say at Love the Oceans, teamwork makes the dream work. Then thirdly, the fine art of problem solving with no budget. If you can build a functional plankton net out of tights and duct tape in a 3rd-year practical, you can MacGyver your way through most of life. Now, because every graduation speech requires at least one list of inspiring suggestions, here are my 3. 1, stay curious but pack lightly. Every day is a school day. Curiosity will open doors, but too much luggage will make you pay excess baggage on the way through them. Be kind to the people who clean the labs and cook the food. In remote field stations, they will, at some point, save your life with either a mop or a sandwich. When imposter syndrome arrives, and it will, treat it like a seagull at a picnic. Acknowledge its presence, but for the love of plankton, don't feed it. To the lecturers, technicians, and coffee cart staff who kept us caffeinated, thank you. To my family and friends who still pretend to know what I do for my job, thank you. And to today's graduates, remember that a degree in Southampton isn't a finish line, it's a boarding pass. If any of you fancy swapping the Solent for whale breaching at dawn and the occasional inquisitive octopus on your BCD, come find me afterwards. We're always looking for the next wave of talent at Love the Oceans. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go out and make waves, and please keep one hand on your cable ties. You never know when you'll need them.
My name's Paul Wilson. I'm Professor of Paleoclimatology, but you can relax, this isn't a paleoclimatology lecture. My role here today is that I have the immense honour of introducing our honorary graduand. His Excellency Vice Admiral Sir Jeremy Kidd currently serves as the Lieutenant Governor of the beautiful bailiwick of Jersey in the Channel Islands. A much more informal man than his many titles may suggest, Jerry hails from the Cheshire Plain, southwest of Manchester. He was born into a military family and attended the King's School, Macclesfield, and grew up with posters of warships on his bedroom wall. It was a natural step and a source of great parental pride when, in 1985, he followed in his family's footsteps by enrolling in our senior armed service, the Royal Navy. Now, there's an age-old naval maxim that says, never volunteer, unless ordered. But as a fresh-faced trainee naval officer, Jerry stepped forward, not back, when volunteers were sought to kick off the Navy's newly established graduate program. An enlightened scheme, it aimed to provide a small number of young trainee officers who had already commissioned into the Navy with that most precious of things, a university education. Along with his fellow volunteers, Jerry thumbed through the UCAS listings. What to study? What to study? Brewing at Heriot Watt was an uncommonly attractive proposition, and yes, he really did consider that option. But there was a catch. Heriot Watt was, and still is, in Edinburgh, and here Jerry showed acute observational skill and acumen. Edinburgh is in Scotland. Scotland is a long, long way from Portsmouth. Portsmouth is where he was required to report for duty on his frigate during the university holidays. Where then to study? Where to study? Jerry would next demonstrate exemplary decision-making skills. Southampton. Lured by the smell of the sea and an interest in the natural world, Jerry signed up to read for a BSc in oceanography with biology. He joined a small, close-knit group of students based in Building 1 on the Highfield campus. Only the second cohort of undergraduate oceanographers in the university's history. Sub-Lieutenant J.P. Kidd's final year undergraduate research project thesis may still be retrieved from the National Oceanography Library at the university's waterfront campus. And its title may resonate with some of our graduands. An investigation into the photosynthetic rates of the marine phytoplankton, Mesodinium rubrum, and Phaeocystus pouchettii. During those student days, Jerry sampled the Itchen estuary aboard the university's first research vessel, the Lab Rex. He forged long-lasting friendships and, of course, took advantage of Southampton's undergraduate venues of distraction. I suspect that many of those venues would certainly resonate with the assembled class of 2025. It is rumored that Jester's was indeed a favorite. And in an echo of those early UCAS deliberations, there are reports of Jerry selling bottles of beer to thirsty students and locals from the hatch of a dilapidated old ice cream van parked outside the Student Union during the long, hot summer of 1988. His Excellency's last appearance at the university was as a student at the 1989 graduation ball, which took place in this very building. Afterwards, it was off to the Navy to fly helicopters and jets, recalls his tutor and project supervisor, Duncan Purdy. Soon afterwards, Jerry opted to become a Navy diver before specializing as a navigator and gunnery officer. Across a 37-year career, His Excellency saw every corner of the world and every ocean, with deployments to the Atlantic, the Gulf, and the Indian Ocean. Along the way, he credits his university degree experience with having provided him with credibility and an innate sense of respect for the ocean. On one port call in Mombasa, upon learning of his university training, the Kenyan Navy sought Jerry's advice on how their dive team might best avoid the shark attacks that have been troubling their divers on their limpet mine clearance training programs. And we learn that the advice offered did indeed work. Well, that's the Southampton training for you. Jerry captained many ships in his career. His commands included the Type 23 frigate, HMS Monmouth, the strike aircraft carriers, HMS Ark Royal and HMS Illustrious, in the commando carrier role. Throughout his career, Jerry has remained passionate about education and encouraging young people to achieve, and is proud to have instigated a scheme in which senior naval officers tutor junior ranks into gaining GCSE and A-level qualifications. In 2012, His Excellency took command of the Britannia Royal Naval College, Dartmouth, where, like all Navy officers, he himself trained. In 2015, he assumed the role of Commander United Kingdom Carrier Strike Group before taking command as the first captain of the new aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth, the largest warship ever built in the nearly 500-year history of the Royal Navy. Promoted Rear Admiral in 2018, he took command of the UK's maritime battle staffs and was promoted Vice Admiral in 2019, assuming command of all 5 fighting arms of the Royal Navy, including the Royal Marines and the Submarine Service, as the Fleet Commander until 2021. After this long and highly distinguished career, Jerry retired from the Royal Navy in March 2022 and was honoured to be appointed to the Lieutenant Governorship of the Bailiwick of Jersey. A busy position with historic roots reaching back into the 13th century, His Excellency reports to the King as the Crown's representative on the island. His Excellency Vice Admiral Sir Jeremy Kidd is married to Dr. Karen Kidd, GP. They live in Jersey and have 4 grown-up sons. His Excellency is patron of 90 charities, including 20 in which he is very closely involved. He is a Royal Yachting Association Yachtmaster, a member of the Royal Yacht Squadron, a younger brother of Trinity House, and a distinguished fellow of Royal United Services Institute. His Excellency is a proud Southampton alumnus and has continued to keep in touch with the university since his first graduation, and we are fortunate to have his advocacy for many of our programs, particularly in our close partnership with Jersey. Jerry, if I may, if it was not already obvious, we hope that today makes it abundantly clear that we are immensely proud of you. Chancellor, I have the honour to present Jeremy Kidd as eminently worthy of the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Wow, well, thank you very much indeed, Paul. My children still think I'm a bit of an idiot, so I'm very grateful for that wonderful eulogy. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, proud families, friends, and all the graduates in front of me today. It's a tremendous honour for me to stand before you today and accept this honorary degree from the University of Southampton. I'm deeply grateful to be recognised, I have to say, from such a prestigious institution. One that is known not only for academic excellence, but also for its sheer impact on the world far beyond the city walls around us today. And can I just say how proud I am to be back here today, Chancellor. Thank you very much. Because this, for us all on the left-hand side, is a special university. Indeed, it's our university and one that's never stood still. But what truly sets this institution out is its dynamism and its vision, which is wrapped in a positive culture, I have to say, of collaboration, confidence, and community. You can walk across this campus and you feel the heartbeat. Students and staff from amazing diversity in various walks of life, united in shared purpose, working not to just understand the world, but to improve it and also to improve themselves. And this is why this university continues to have such impact across such a broad canvas, from its significant charitable efforts to its stunning cutting-edge research, all helping, I have to say, to improve the global brand of this university as a top 100 in the world. Brilliant stuff. And can I just take the opportunity here to say to the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor and the whole university team, well done indeed. We are very, very proud of you all. To the graduates in front of me, be proud. Be very proud. Today is a celebration for you and of your talent, your perseverance and your growth. You leave here, I have to say, not just with a degree, but with the habits of mind and inquiry that will, I promise you, serve you for life. As Paul said, when I think back to when I sat where you are in 1989, I can, without any hesitation, tell you that Southampton University prepared me very well indeed for my career around the world, working with politicians, militaries, diplomats, charities, industry, and societies far removed from here. This university allowed me to grow up, most importantly, to respect other people's views, to resist being polarized, and that most important thing above all, to think for myself. Please, all of you here, don't ever stop thinking for yourselves. And here is my main point. The value of a Southampton education doesn't just end when you leave. The relationships, look around you where you're sitting, you've built, the questions you've explored, the engagement in free speech, and all the other life experiences of the last few years, these will resonate for life. Whether you go on to build businesses, heal communities, shape policy, teach, invent, or inspire, your time here at Southampton has prepared you well to make the very best of whatever field you end up in. So all of you here, be confident in yourselves. But let me assure you, though, the world is pretty tough and often unforgiving, but is also beautiful and rewarding for those who have the right attitude and the right perspectives. But there is a catch, of course. It's invariably hard work, so be prepared for it. The blunt fact is the world owes you nothing, and you must be prepared to carve out your own story and drive towards your own goals, wherever they may be. And if you can make society safer, better, and more prosperous in the process, well, that would be just fantastic. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, in life, be useful. I think he's absolutely right. And I'd also add, in life, be always kind to others. So as you all leave here with your bags, your suitcases, pot plants and books, I wish you all sincerely the very, very best of luck. Be confident in who you are and never give up on your ambitions for your life. You really can make a difference to the world and achieve your aims, trust me, but no one is going to do it for you. Life is ultimately all about choices and relationships, so make them both wisely. And lastly, time is precious. Don't waste it. Be a doer, not a compensator. Make it happen. And lastly, again, congratulations indeed to you all. Fantastic to see you here. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, I submit to you the candidates for the Faculty of Environmental and Life Sciences for the awards of Bachelor of Science, Master of Philosophy, Master of Science, and Doctor of Philosophy. The names of the candidates from the School of Ocean and Earth Science are shown in the programme, and I ask you to admit them to their awards.
I admit them and those in absentia to their awards.
Chancellor, I now present the candidates from the School of Ocean and Earth Science. Chancellor, I present to you the following Bachelors of Science. Libby Thompson. Benjamin Alexander Byrne. Jenna Clark. Holly Connolly. Benjamin Joseph Haber. Charlie Henry Huntley. Ebony Starlight Marsh. Rio Savaris. Sharon Skurlock. Ellie Wayland. Daniel Atherton Palmer. Alana Imogen Ball. Scott Griffin. Amber Lucy Ann Mellish. Sharon Punn. Alicia Ram. George Robertson. Jasmine Shaw. Jinyu Sheng. Louise Nera Smith. Ewan Thomas. Emma Whiteman. Henry Allenson. Thomas Arms Miles. Louis Elkinson. Thomas Gibbs. Max Little. Jude McLean. Demi Murphy. Samuel Pirouette. Lawrence Baker. Natasha Borman. Ryunosuke Miyamoto. Keitan Niakovsky. Kasper Rutana. Maximilian Zinin. Charlotte Elizabeth Strand. Jean-Pierre Guy Barallion. Louis Evans. Ethan Goss. Olivia Hart. Charlotte Hepper. Annabelle Kate Holmes. Elliot Jackson. Victoria Anna Karpov. Daniel Lane. Angelina Freire Law. Francesca Noyes. Ryan Smith. Paul Finker Wilkinson. Connor Walsh. Lily White. Jules Bertrand. Daisy Fraser. Damon Kirby. Hannah Lightwing. Amelia Marshall. Ben Thomas Ormrod. George Pearson. Louis Phillips. Archibald Anthony Robertson. Toby Venner. Georgina May Catterson. Holly Marshall. Susanna Moores. Georgia Norona Massey. Charlie O'Day. Chancellor, I present to you the following Masters of Science. Sophie Jasmine Barnard. Lewis Horton. Rebecca Price. Sophia Eleanor Roschek. Eleanor Sawyer. Judith Ann Osborne Simmons. Christina Sifani. Maya Jane Walpole. Olivia Roberta Wood. Stephanie Isle Platzer. Anika May Taylor. Olowemsi Akinemi. Murray Prowse. Ravio Pudnix. Jack Richard Stenson. Benjamin Ward. Felix Bahela. Ellery Aisling Edwards. Adam James Green. James Craig Willis. Annabelle Scarlett Delua Carrington. Sophie May Adno. Alexander Thomas Ayrist. Georgia Beasley. Reef Charles Billingham. Joanna Ruth Brainsetter. Georgia Britt. Joshua Humphrey Clark. Rafferty Clark Matthews. Vanda Zeni. Lily Divisa. Fedora Shakov. Maya Arina Gulna. Nathan Christopher Hicks. Sandy Valentine Jarvis. Rosa Lily Kozowicz. James William Mayrick. Daisy Ovalgon. Jack Owen. Madeleine Jane Parker. Connell Robert Pike. Nicholas Stephen Mark Poet. Jack Ethan Rajak. Oliver Jack Rolls. Nathan Salis. Lana Stevenson. Rhiannon Kira Antonia Vipond. Barbara Bally Boisa. Isabel Brooksbank Eames. Harriet Brown. Cameron Stewart Brunel Walker. Seth Bryan. Oliver Samuel Burgess. Jack Luke Butler. Hope Cheney. Emily Chilvers. Thomas Mackenzie Cooper. Victoria Cunningham. Samuel James Fiddock. Amy Kathleen Gill. Luke Giles. Emily Jane Avello Holland. Farron Elizabeth Quinn. Lucas Richards. Samuel Slate. Diana Gabriella Tudoreg. Thomas Paul Blabber. Jasmine Katchopo. Martha Holly Evans. Alexander James Long. Connor McFarlane. Abigail Marie Pendoa. Alistair Shokat. Emma Charlotte Stone. Daniela Valerie Helen Taverner. Dylan Coe. Jake Crooks. Grace Mordaunt. Luke Dermot Sterry. Toma Chikawi Smith. Charlotte Mary Whiteman. Chancellor, I present to you the following Master of Philosophy. Rebecca Wiley. Chancellor, I present to you the following Master of Sciences. Nandini Srivansa Pillai. Chancellor, I present to you the following Bachelor of Science. Lois Phillips. Chancellor, I present to you the following Doctors of Philosophy. For a thesis entitled Genomics of Local Adaptations in Wild Rice, I present James Andrew Bedford. For a thesis entitled Analysis of Earth's Climate Sensitivity, Past, Present and Future, I present to you Alice Booth. For a thesis entitled How Seafloor Image Annotation Reliability Affects Machine Learning for Ecological Assessment, I present Emma Juliet Curtis. For a thesis entitled Marine Fungal Traits Towards a Functional Understanding of Pelagic Fungal Ecology, I present to you Poppy Joanne Diver. For a thesis entitled Environmental Controls on the Operating Temperature of Marine Power Cables, I present John Robert Duell. For a thesis entitled The Hydrologic Cycle and Associated Terrestrial Carbon Cycle Feedbacks During Past Hothouse Climates, I present Emily Hannah Hollingsworth. for a thesis entitled The Inconsistency of Links Across Traits, Species and Communities in Planktic Foraminifera During Pilo-Pleistocene Climate Change, I present Chloe Louise Cheryl Jones. For a thesis entitled Mixed Sand and Gravel Beach Morphodynamics, Observations and Modelling Across the Near Shore, I present Dominique Townsend. For a thesis entitled Mantle Convection and Melt Experience Located at the Transition Zone, I present Yuhang Dai. For a thesis entitled An Investigation into the Chemical Nature of Particulate Matter Air Pollution in a Port City, I present Natasha Hazel Celeste Easton. For a thesis entitled Ecosystems Level Impacts of Plastic Pollution, I present Stephanie Lavelle. For a thesis entitled A Laboratory Acoustic Study of Fluids and Ice Saturation Effects in Sands, I present Hanif Santiago Sutoso. For a thesis entitled Paleomagnetism of Marine Sediments from the Japan Sea, Insight into the Pleo-Pleistocene East Asian Monsoon, I present Jiochan Wang. For a thesis entitled The Role of Particle Characteristics in Determining Transfer Efficiency in the Biological Carbon Pump, I present Jack Rees-Williams. For a thesis entitled The Dynamics of the Polar Southern Ocean Response to Climate Change, I present Una Claudia Dragomar. Our final award in the Faculty of Environmental and Life Sciences is from the School of Ocean and Earth Science. Graduation is always a bittersweet moment, a time of celebration, reflection, and transition. This year, however, the sense of bittersweetness is deeper than usual. It is truly wonderful to see so many of our talented and hardworking students graduating today. This year, however, we also feel a deep sadness that one of their cohort, Leah Thomason, is not able to graduate alongside her friends and colleagues. Leah sadly passed away in January this year after having fought bravely against a rare disease. I want to take a moment to honour her memory and acknowledge the mark she made on all of us during her time here at university. Over the 4.5 years Leah spent here studying biology and marine biology, she demonstrated remarkable dedication and determination. She was deeply committed in her studies, and this was reflected in the quality of her academic work. Leah was not only valued as a participant in the classroom, but also brought great energy and curiosity to our field and boat work. She had a true passion for the sea, of her understanding the natural world. That passion was evident to everyone who worked and studied alongside her. Leah thoroughly enjoyed her studies, and her enthusiasm left a lasting impression on her peers and lecturers alike. I would also like to highlight the social and human impact that university life had on Leah during her stay amongst us. Indeed, it was that 4 years spent here that Leah met some of her best friends for life. They played a crucial role and accompany her until her last breath. They are present today with us, and they are the proof that during these long years of study, we grow intellectually and humanely. Together with her mother, Monica, we are immensely proud of everything Alea achieved, and Monica is here today to receive the award on Alea's behalf. Chancellor, I present to you, for the award of Bachelor of Science, Alea Thomason.
As head of the School of Ocean and Earth Science, I want to echo our Chancellor's offering in warmest congratulations on behalf of our faculty and teaching staff. All of you here today, as well as those not able to join us, have achieved something remarkable in your time at the University of Southampton. The Faculty of Environment and Life Science team feels a great sense of pride in the class of 2025. Not just for your academic achievements, but for your individual qualities, you have brought dynamism, determination, and passion for your subject. Above all, we hope that you have enjoyed your time here. Today is about celebrating the good times. My first task is to make sure we're all in the right ceremony. Can we all hear a loud cheer for our Ocean and Earth Science graduates? Fantastic. We're all in the right place. Now we're ready to celebrate. Firstly, as a University of Southampton graduate, please feel proud that you are now part of our 162-year history. Having begun life more humbly as the Hartley Institution in Southampton city centre in 1862, the university is now world-renowned with 9 campuses, 7 in the UK, 1 in Malaysia and 1 in Delhi, India, with its first cohort of students starting in September. Globally, we are one of the top 100 universities in the world, and closer to home, we are a top 20 UK university. This is your university. Too many years ago, I walked across the graduation stage of this very same university to receive my own degree, just as you are here today. A lot has changed since then, but the feelings I experienced that day will likely be no different for you today. In my case, it was the overwhelming feeling of relief, actually for getting to the right ceremony on time. Studying ocean and earth science is about great teamwork, using innovation, creativity, the sense of building something better, forecasting the future world and inventing new ways to improve the way we live and use our natural resources. It's also about gaining your sea legs, or persevering at windswept rock outcrops to gather those last remaining data points. Understanding how our planetary system operates and how we are sustained by and impact this system, alongside finding a way to live both with each other and all the organisms we share this planet with in a just and sustainable manner, are among the most crucial and intractable challenges facing our civilization. As graduates, you and your peers are very much the best chance we have for tackling these problems. As University of Southampton graduates, I am confident that you will carry the experiences and skills gained here into the wider world, joining our esteemed alumni as advocates of the unique and transformative time you have had in Southampton. Universities are fundamentally all about people, and here at the University of Southampton, we take great pride in our diverse community of staff and students from all walks of life and from every corner of the globe. Our Southampton community is something we truly treasure. Indeed, in this ceremony, we are pleased to recognise the achievements of two of our alumni, Francesca Trotman and His Excellency Vice Admiral Sir Jerry Kidd. As we gather today to celebrate your achievements, I hope that as the years pass, you will continue to feel a tinge of pride as you hear of the successes of future students. On these days, students often remark how quickly their time here has gone. But in that seemingly short period of time, we recognise enormous difference in you. You have acquired a great reserve of both academic and personal skills, some that you probably don't even recognise in yourself. These skills will serve you in the next phase of your life. You leave the University of Southampton equipped for the future. Don't ever forget to keep challenging and stretching yourselves as you grasp opportunities and overcome obstacles. Finally, you as our alumni are our best adverts and assets. Even as we wish you every success in the future, we look forward to staying in touch and hearing of your progress. So it's that time. Let's make some noise for all of University of Southampton Ocean and Earth Sciences students, past, present and future, here in this room and out there across the world. Let's celebrate the spirit you all share in working to make the world a better place. Congratulations, everyone.
Well, here we are, and you have made it. A huge well done to every single one of you. You've reached the finish line of your degree, no mean feat. Though really it's the starting point for absolutely everything that comes next. Can I just take a moment to say to all the family, friends and supporters here today, you've been absolutely fantastic. The cheering and the clapping, it's been brilliant. So thank you for being part of such a special day for your graduates. And to our graduates, congratulations. You have joined an extraordinary global family of over 290,000 Southampton alumni. It's a fantastic network. I'm certainly part of it too. And that's a powerful network across more than 185 countries. So wherever life takes you next, carry this connection with you. Please don't let today be the end of your relationship with Southampton. Stay in touch. Share in the university's success. Feel proud when you see the University of Southampton on someone's profile. You're part of this community now, and we're proud to have you in it. Whatever path you take, remember, you're well prepared. You have what it takes, and you've proved it. But more than that, as I said earlier, you have the chance to use your talents, not just to build your own success, but to help shape a better world for others too. So I encourage you, use your alumni network, learn from others, connect widely, and remember that that diversity of thought and experience will be how you keep growing. Most of all, I hope that the Southampton degree gives you the foundation to live the life that you want, the life that you deserve. Be ambitious, be resilient, and as Nelson Mandela said, there's no passion, to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. So don't play small. Use your energy, your talent, your purpose, and help shape the future. If you can, put something back into our wider society, our world, and trust me, you will get far more back in return. Right, that's it. On behalf of all of us, thank you for your hard work, your ideas, your energy, and your commitment that you've brought to Southampton in your time here. Thank you for everything you've already achieved and everything you're going to go on to do. And now it's time to celebrate. So please give yourself the biggest round of applause yet. Well done. Well done. Great job, everyone. And I now formally declare this ceremony closed.